Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Hachaanaka, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Hachaanaka. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Lucky, it's not changing. There you go.
Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One wet, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wok, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with me. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From one west, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to cause an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweight. Niggas say they hard, but they sweeter than a Debbie cake. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with me. At the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? From one west, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one west, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with me. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From one west, go to war with everybody. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's a Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitching the different breed of black men. We don't do the bad thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't miss some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some way. But never take off as a place. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on, the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script from, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the Glock with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on, the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
All right, yeah. 1 second, let me get this up. 1, 2, go. All right, Shalom Israel. We got the ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Johanna. And as you heard, off step 1, we not affiliated with nobody. This is ISUPK Louisiana Hachaanaka, or the Feast of Dedication. We getting it in, man, as usual. observing all of the Most High God's holy days and memorials that He has commanded us throughout the scriptures. I'm Priest and Officer 1,000 Kawan, Priest and Officer 5,000 Nakawam, Priest and Officer 1,000 Yakawam, and Priest and Officer 50 Kawam Ya'ala. We're going to get it in, man, going over Hachaanaka again. We're going to go in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1. And just so y'all know, if y'all seen the introduction beforehand, that ISUPK 57th annual Passover will be in April. Hold on 1 second. Another priest joining in. Shalom, y'all. Bashim, y'all. Shabrakatah. Obviously, you saw it. Can you hear us? Yeah, Con, we can hear you. You can hear us?
Con.
Okay. Sorry, Christ. We're good to go then. Go on. All right, so we just getting started. Like I said, we're going to go over the Feast of Hachaanaka, or the Feast of Dedication, which is just when the Israelites, when we dedicated the temple back to the Most High God. Throughout the scriptures tonight, you'll see how once we were destroyed or taken over by the Greeks, Alexander's 4 generals, we'll go over them, who they were, and the story of how the Maccabees, the brother Mattathias and his sons, how they conquered over the heathens and were able to take back the temple of the Most High God for the children of Israel and allow us to worship and to follow our power. Because many times during the story, you'll see how we, as the same as today, how we are taught and how we are forced to not serve our power, which is the Most High God of the Bible, or the Most High God of Israel. We'll go through the scriptures and we'll show all of that. And then, brother, had anything to say before we start with the scriptures?
Also, it's important to note, man, like, because you got all these pagan holidays going on, it's important for us to be in the mind and in the spirit of Christ, right? That's right. Really be in the mind and in the spirit of Christ, because being in the spirit of Christ is celebrating what He celebrated, keeping the high holy days that He kept. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us in the world, right? Y'all celebrated Thanksgiving. Y'all celebrated, all these different pagan holidays. You know what I'm saying? You celebrated 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the truth so long, and I've been following after scripture so long. I can't name some of them all these
Memorial Day,
Halloween.
Day,
you know what I'm saying?
Valentine's
Day. Y'all celebrated all of these false high holy days, false holidays, instead of celebrating the high holy days, the same days that Christ celebrated. How can we say that we're Christ-like when we don't do the things that Christ do? We don't celebrate the things that Christ celebrates. So we bringing it back into the earth. You understand? Here in the ISUPK, under Commander Junior Hunter. We bringing back serving the Lord the way that He told us and commanded us to serve Him. We bringing that back in the earth. You understand? So we're gonna go into this high holy day that the Lord ordained for us to keep. You understand? So like a memorial.
Most High Christ. You saw it, y'all. Either one of y'all had anything y'all wanted to say before we get started with the scriptures?
Oh, no, I just want to say shalom, Yahweh Bashim Shabbat to the brothers, Yahweh Shemad Thumb Bashim Yahweh Shah. I'm saying this is one of my good feast days, you know what I'm saying? We got a little barbecue going on over here and stuff.
All right.
8-day feast.
Hey, you got a sweet savor unto the Most High, huh?
Damn right. You know.
Right.
I cry, victory over the enemy one day. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say we're gonna have a greater Egypt. We're gonna celebrate victory over our enemies.
That's right.
Our Christian brothers, they don't understand. How you celebrate Thanksgiving when that's your demise? Ain't meant to celebrate. You celebrate the Lord. But that's all I wanted to say.
That's right, and that's facts. Because Yaquam, you had anything?
No, I just want to say Yahweh Shem Yah Shah Baruch Thumb, Yahweh Shemar Thumb Ba Shem Yah Shah. I ain't gonna be long-winded, man, but I did want to address. We got a Christian already in the chat talking about worldly and materialistic things because of the music that we favor, not understanding that this music is purely of the Lord that you just heard, and not understanding that you don't know what Christ told us to serve. That's why we serving our brothers and our sisters. You understand, dedicating Israel back unto the Lord. So that's what we do. Right. You understand? That's all I got. I yield with that.
If I could, real quick, you understand? Like the scriptures say, the Lord is a man of war. You understand? Also, he say, take away your songs from me. You understand? So, I mean, what you think is holy music is not holy music. You understand?
And so long as I could, it is. I was just going to say, because what the cat in the chat talking about is secular music or dragging Satan music. He said that it's holy music. Holy means separate. The music that we play is separate. You don't hear the type of music that the brothers in the ISUPK are rapping or the music that we play in the world. Because the music that we play is holy. It's separated from everybody else. The type of music that we are talking about are things that pertain to the Most High God. We are unaffiliated with anybody else because we don't want to be a part of homosexuality. We don't want to be a part of child molestation. We don't want to be a part of whoredom. We don't want to be a part of wickedness and drug dealing and whoring out our sisters. We don't want to be a part of that. So because we say that we are unaffiliated with them, you're damn right. We are unaffiliated with anything of the world that has nothing to do with the Most High God.
And if I could, you know what I'm saying? When you look at music that's in the world, such as gospel music, right? You got an artist or a preacher, whatever you want to call himself, called Dietrich Haddon. He got a song that's called A Sinner's Prayer. But the Most High God say he hear not a sinner.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? He turned his way his ear from a sinner. You feel what I'm saying? So that's leading you astray according to his music. So if you was going off of his music, you would think that I can sin all I want to and then give a prayer and then the Most High God is going to forgive me. But in our music, in our genre of music from the UPK brothers, you understand, we say that, you know what I'm saying, you got to hold fast to the law, statutes, and commandments. You feel what I'm saying? That like our music encourage you to be held, hold yourself accountable for the things you do. Yeah, right. You don't hear in gospel that you serving a nigga God. So like, if I can say that. Right. Yeah, come. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to each his own. If you want to listen to that, that's the type of music you want to listen to.
Right. And they tell us, they want us to take me to the king and all this here. But if you got took to the king, you have no idea what Christ is gonna do to you, but we do. And y'all get mad because we make heathens get on their knees and kiss our boots. Christ said in the book of Luke, he said, those that have not me rule over them, bring them hither and slay them before me.
That's right. If I could.
Come on, sir.
Like, I guess we should be playing Kirk Franklin stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of the so-called great hits that he made, sitting at the piano, butt naked on the piano.
Right.
I guess that's what we should be.
Good night.
What you'll find out is the music that you think is holy music, is gospel music.
That's right.
It's actually the secular music.
That's right.
It's actually the music that's, that has hidden demons in it. Yeah. But the brother said, I'm one West, I go to war with everybody. The Lord is a man. Is not the Lord going to war with everybody?
That's right.
It's not the Lord going to war with all the lies. You got it, priest.
Go ahead, Yaquam.
No. I say everybody.
Damn right.
Damn right, man.
No.
We're gonna get into this memorial though.
Damn right. Again, this is the Feast of Dedication or the Feast of Hachaanaka, according to the scriptures. We're gonna start in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1. Yaquam, if you'll start reading at verse 1 about Bashar.
Come on, sir. This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians, and Medes.
All right. So you can understand what we're reading here. This most people they know and remember Alexander the Great is what the Edomites called him, or what the world called him, Alexander the Great. But according to the scriptures, he's Alexander the Greek. And how we know who this is, Alexander was one who used to go to war. And a lot of y'all don't know the real history behind him. He used to fight butt naked with animal skin on him, right? With a
leopard skin.
Leopard skin. That's what it was. He used to fight with a leopard skin. And at this time, in the book of the Maccabees, is speaking on how Alexander had taken over. He had fought many wars and became a great man. In their eyes, he became a great warrior who conquered many places and many lands during his time. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. That he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. And he made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up.
Keep going.
And he gathered a mighty, strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kingdoms who became tributaries unto him. And after these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die.
So after he had but after he conquered all these countries and all these nations, he had all the land and all of this here. It was coming to an end where he was about to die. Keep going.
Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
So there were the servants that it's talking about are the four generals that Alexander had. He had four generals that were under him, and they were partners of his that he actually grew up with from when he was young. These four generals, he gave the rulership over all the lands that he had before he died. So he divvied up the countries and the nations that he ruled over before he died. We'll get the names of all four of those generals. I know the first one was Ptolemy. Ptolemy was one. Yaquam, are you able to pull it up?
Khan, 1 second. I'm gonna get it. Khan.
Khan, the water.
You talking about them four generals?
John, I know the first one, Ptolemy.
Ptolemy, Lysimachus, Seleucus, Cassandra.
All right, so there.
Like Seleucus, Cassandra, and I think it was one more that took the place of.
You talking about Antiochus, but he is with Seleucus. He's under the Seleucus dynasty. No, it ain't dynasty. It's the Seleucus. See, I got both of my phones running, so I can't pull it up the way that I was. Got it. Okay, the water, y'all. All right, the Diadochi is what it's called. That's the four. That's what that four of them are called together. The Diadochi, I think dynasty is what it is. Diadochi. But the first one was Ptolemy, Seleucus, Cassander, and how you say the last? Lysimachus. Right. Now Antiochus, what he came out of Seleucus dynasty, and we're going to read more about Antiochus. A lot of the things that we're going to read about in the first two chapters is going to be about Antiochus, because believe it or not, after these four, and we're going to read this once we go on a little bit more. But these four generals, just like right now, they fought against each other. They battled and tried to and were against each other to take over. They wanted power. One wanted more than the other, and they all bumped heads. So these four generals, they were at war with each other even after Alexander had left them countries and nations to be able to rule over. They wanted more than what they had. We're going to read down a little bit more. Ptolemy, he took over Egypt and had the Ptolemaic dynasty. Go down some more. Seleucus, he gained control over Syria, Mesopotamia, and Persia, establishing the huge Seleucid Empire. Cassander, he took charge of Macedonia and Greece through his rule, and often was contested. Lysimachus ruled Thrace and much of Asia Minor. Now Antiochus was the one, like I said, he came out of Seleucid. How you say it? Seleucus?
Seleucus, yeah.
Yeah, he came out of Seleucus empire, and he is one of the he fought a lot against Ptolemy to take over Egypt, where Ptolemy had ruled and reigned over. All right, let's go back to the scriptures. Anybody else had anything to say?
Yeah, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, y'all, Bashim, y'all, Shabrakatah, sir. All smart boys.
Is he up on the? Y'all brought him up? Okay,
yeah, let me bring him up.
Let's say Ice is up.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just brought him up. Shalom, y'all.
Okay. Shalom, y'all, stop.
And Salakia.
Go
I
ahead,
wanted to say for the Christians that don't know about the Apocrypha, that what we read about that's in the Maccabees, you know, Daniel prophesied about that. In Daniel, the seventh chapter, when they speak of, you know, that goat and that horn that was broken, which was the first king of Greece.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then Daniel speak about when he died, four stood up in his spot, which is them four generals we was talking about, Seleucus, Lysimachus. So all of this is prophecy being coming into the making, what we reading about. But Daniel prophesied about this. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody who don't understand the Feast of Dedication, this is read in the Bible. You read the prophecy in Daniel, you read about it happening in the Maccabees, and you can see Christ keeping the Feast of Dedication in John the 10th chapter.
10 to 20. Absolutely. Damn right. And another thing, in Daniel 2, when he talks about that statue with the iron, that iron clay, that say again, sir? Myra clay, all of those are speaking on some of it is speaking on the same thing. But the iron represents Rome, and clay, I forget was I don't remember exactly what the clay. I know for certain was that the iron part was of Rome, and part of that comes out of these four generals that Alexander had made rule over those lands. All right. Where we stopped at verse 7? No, verse 8.
Verse 7.
All right.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
And what?
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
The Bible say that when the wicked is in rulership, the earth mourns. And when the righteous is in rulership, the earth will rejoice. That's right. It said that evils multiplied in the earth because of these four generals took rule upon themselves and made themselves kings over the areas that they were in. It said that they were someone at the door. But check it. It said that that they put crowns upon their head, meaning that they made themselves rule more than just rulers over the lands that they were in. They made themselves as kings. Same way right now in this time, Donald Trump has made himself a dictator in a democracy country. In a country of democracy, Donald Trump has made himself a dictator. He does what he wants, says what he wants, however he wants. He's placed a crown upon his own head, the same way that these 4 generals did after Alexander gave them rule. So you have to remember that the Bible is so, and I say the word poetic. The Bible is poetic in the scriptures and in the way that the history is, and the prophecies have come out, that you can look at the same actions that happened back then happen right now. Because the Bible also said in Ecclesiastes that there's nothing new under the sun. The same stuff that happened then happening right now. And it's prophesied throughout the scriptures. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Let us do what?
Let us go make a covenant with the heathen.
And that's what we always do. Israel always wants to make a covenant with who they believe is in power, not understanding that you're supposed to serve the most high power. Right. You have the most high God, which is the ruler of all power in the earth, above the earth, below the earth, and everywhere else. And that is your God, but you want everyone else, every other nation or every other concept of power around you to be over you.
If I could.
Concept.
Also, the scriptures speak about how we would have no might in our hand. And we dealing with, well, you dealing with the YT man. You dealing with somebody who's going to take it anyway. That's the reason why he never kept his treaties. That's the reason why when you try to make a treaty with him, he break all of the treaties because it's a get down or lay down situation.
Right.
Like the movie 300. You understand? They fought, but Xerxes sent somebody out there to say, well, listen, we offer y'all this.
Mm-hmm.
Either y'all take what we offer y'all, or we're going to go to war, we're going to slaughter y'all and cut y'all off, and you know what I'm saying? But y'all can give us rulership, and then we'll give y'all a little piece of your own, which is what happened to our people.
Right.
The Native American Indians, they have a small piece of their own.
Right.
You understand? Our Mexican brothers, so-called Mexican brothers, you understand? They have a small piece of their own because these people is not going to keep the treaty. They're going to take it by force. That's right. You understand? They're going to take it by force. So in many situations, it seemed like it was in our best interest to side with them and to make these covenants with them. You understand? Because they are power hungry. They're going to come to wherever you are and take all of the resources that you have and leave you with nothing unless you make a deal with them. This is why we have wars right now today.
That's right.
You understand? The wicked that rule over this earth, he sees something of value in your land and where you stay that belongs to you. Mm-hmm. And he comes to make a deal with you for you to give him what belongs to you.
Right.
You understand? Like do you understand how wicked that is?
It's crazy. That's diabolical.
That's diabolical. like somebody knock on your door, like, man, this is a nice house, y'all. I really love this house. You understand? So check this out. We're gonna put y'all, you and your family, y'all go in the basement. We're gonna take over the house and everything. You look at them like, yeah.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But that's who we dealing with in the earth. This man is a wicked bastard in the earth.
That's right.
You understand? So in many cases, it was like a get down or lay down situation. Either we was gonna get down with what they had going, or it was gonna be war, death, and destruction. And sometimes the wiser decision was to save lives because these men were going to get what they wanted, whether it cost it, whatever the cost. If it cost them your lives or their lives. And the heavy part about it, we took on that spirit because we've been in America under that spirit. We took on that spirit. Right. I watched the video earlier. This man is in the convenience store. Some young brothers walk in, snatch the gun off the brother's waist. Damn. He like, get my gun back, get my gun back. He followed him outside. Next thing you know, you just hear a bunch of gunshots. Wow. And the brother was unalive because somebody wanted
Something he had.
something he had. You know what I'm saying? Dudes ended up getting arrested, getting life in prison because they wanted to take something that belonged to somebody else. Because we after the spirit of these heathens, man. But like Kawan brought out earlier, when the righteous in authority, the world is going to rejoice. You understand? Right. But because the wicked is in authority, this is why we living under the curses that we live under today. You got to agree.
Yeah, right. All right, Yakuwan, you can go ahead.
Come on, sir. The rest of 11. Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
You hear that? And see, that is the mentality of so many so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today. You think because you separate from your oppressor, from the YT man, from every other nation of people, that you think that that's the reason for your sorrow. The reason for your sorrow is that you do not serve the Most High God that is your power.
That's right.
You do not serve your God. You don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments that were given unto you and your people. That is the problem. That's why you are in so much sorrow. That's why you have so much pain and tribulation, because you don't keep the laws of your God.
Right.
It's not the other nation because you left them and you separated from them. That's not the reason that you're going through what you're going through. The reason that you're going through what you're going through is the God of your forefathers is punishing you for disobeying. Go ahead, Yakuwan.
Come on, sir. Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
They went to the king to ask them permission to do what the heathens do. You gotta get permission to do wickedness. You go get permission to do this, to do that. But you have permission to rule the earth by your God if you do what you are told. How the hell you gonna beg for permission for something that you are already supposed to own and how that's yours? Like you said about the Native Americans,
right?
How the treaties, so many treaties were broken with them, and then they were given a small piece of their own land. Somebody make that make sense. How do you beg for a small piece of what's yours?
If I could,
come on, sir.
Thinking about just being able to build something from the ground up and have your own, like you can live deliciously inside of some rich man's mansion, or you can build your own.
Right.
You understand? Like which one would you rather do? Would you rather have a good job where you make $250,000 a year, or have your own business? Own your own business where you make $250,000 a year. Right. If that business increase, you get an increase. But if somebody else's business increase, you still get the same thing. You understand?
Or wait on them to give you a little bit.
And then they got the power to take it away from you.
Right.
First, we should be able and have the mind, right, to be able to build this thing from the bottom. Like this school has been built from the bottom. We're not funded by the government. That's why we say we're not affiliated with nobody else. We're not a part of nobody else. We do everything. And this is blacks, Hispanics, Native American, Indian men and women coming together, putting their money together, and actually building something.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't get paid to do this. You understand? We actually pay to do this.
That's right.
You understand? And it's glorious. I mean, we got over 50-something schools throughout the earth.
That's right.
And it's growing, and it's going to continue to grow. You understand? Because we are about doing that work ourselves from the bottom and building it up, rather than getting a piece of what somebody else built.
That's right.
You understand? We could just build our own. Over time, it'll be great. Think about if blacks back in the day when they was asking for so-called civil rights, if they would have kept the Negro League. Imagine what the Negro League would be today. Right? Imagine the Superdome being owned by our people. You understand? The NFL being owned by our people. Now you won't have the situation with Shadur Sanders.
Right.
You understand? Now you won't have everybody saying or talk about nepotism when it come down to LeBron James and Bronny James. You understand? It'll be something normal. And the jobs. the hot dog stand, the popcorn, the memorabilia, the T-shirts. If I could, y'all go on Google how much somebody get paid to make sure the floor is dry in the NBA. You understand? Like it's somebody that holds like a squeegee mop and make sure they wipe the sweat off the floor in between when they call timeout. Or when the team is on this side of the court, they run out real quick and squeegee the floor, make sure the floor is dry. Those would be our children. You got it, Free?
Come, sir. Come. Okay, it says annual salary for those employed full time. The average annual pay for NBA floor cleaner or sweeper generally falls between $39,000 and $58,000 per year. The entry level salaries might start closer to $35,000, while top earners with premier franchises can make up to $65,000 a year annually.
That's your 15-year-old, 16-year-old child. That's their salary. They just go out there and you don't have to go to school for it. You understand? That's what 50,000, something like that. That's about $30-something an hour.
It's a lot, sir. It's a lot. Wait a minute.
Right now.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What you just said is crazy to me. A floor sweeper can make up to $65,000 a year.
Right.
That's over $30 an hour.
Right.
For a teenager. And they just said that nurses is no longer, is it a profession?
Right.
It's no longer a profession?
Good night.
Are you, man.
It's a lot.
What's that?
It's not a professional degree, basically.
It's not a professional degree.
Right. They decreased the amount of money that they can go to school.
Wow.
It was 200, now it's 100.
It's absolutely crazy. You had something you wanted to say, Sluggy?
Yeah, and then I wanted to say, they say $65,000 a year, but remember, they ain't working the whole year. They're just for the season.
Right.
That's crazy.
Just for the season. Good night.
Crazy.
Good night.
What the season run by 8 months?
It ain't even. Salaki, it ain't even every day.
Right. It ain't like they gotta get up 6 o'clock in the morning every morning to be to work 4 o'clock in the morning every morning. It ain't like they gotta work overnight.
That's wild.
You get what I'm saying? And our people have that if we would have held on to the Negro League.
Right.
We would have that. That would belong to us.
Right.
But instead, we wanted to be a part of what they built. We look at what they built, and it's amazing.
Right.
You understand? When it's more value in those wooden floors that we were walking on than the marble floors that they're walking on. It's more value in that mom and pop store than it is in Walmart.
Right.
You understand? Because years later, that mom and pop store gonna become Walmart.
That's right.
You understand? But if we had the Negro League today, think about how big it would be. How many jobs it provide for our community? How many houses would be built? You understand? And how fair the draft would be.
Man.
Your child that plays basketball so good, your child that plays football so good, would get drafted because it's like so and so from down the block.
Yeah.
You understand? Like it wouldn't be like you go to a combine and it's like they putting the slave and auctioning for the slave.
That's all it is.
Everybody would know you. You'll be part of the community. You from the neighborhood. You understand? So now the crime decreases. Because guess what? I work up here at the stadium. These games is popping. You understand? And then you raising children up. Like you should see these mothers, man. And these fathers, I want to shout your brothers out too, that support their children and their talents. Whether it's gymnastics, basketball, football, soccer, you understand? Especially our Hispanic brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Soccer, now, all these different sports, they put their time and their energy into it. And it's like a 1 in a million chance for you to become an NBA basketball player. And I'm not being biased and I'm not being racist. You shouldn't see certain people on the basketball court. Like, they shouldn't even be there.
Some of them just by name.
Yeah,
just got their daddy's name, right. And
But they shouldn't be there.
Right.
You understand? Like it shouldn't be. Some football players is like, you know, they just wasting space. You understand? and Shadua should have went first round.
Yeah,
but
somebody
who has
that.
less talent than he have, he got to go.
Yeah, they just not giving him a chance.
And he had to wait 8 games, 7 games before he got to play.
But if we own, if we kept our own, and all of that would have been built up to today, we would have something great. You understand? To give our people a whole economic structure. What they say we should have economic power, and that's what we're missing. And we gave it up because we want to be a part of what they got.
Yeah,
it's like if I could, what's so hidden about what you're bringing out is because we always had the example. You know what I'm saying? We always had this history book. You know what I'm saying? Look at Moses. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't comfortable in the palace with, you know what I'm saying, with Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't comfortable.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He saw the conditions of his people. He like, I know we can have something better than this.
Right.
And then he went and suffered in the wilderness with them to get you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the brother name who made it out of the wilderness? Caleb and Joshua, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though those two was the only one that came up out of the wilderness, we still was able to have a nation. Right. We was able to be, you know what I'm saying, to reproduce and be a great people, even though we had to suffer it.
But his sacrifice allowed that.
Damn right.
And he didn't give it up.
If we would have served the Most High God, if we would have did what we were supposed to do, we would have served the Most High God. If we would have not went after the ways of the heathens, we would still have that land today. Go ahead, Adawan.
Imagine if we do that today, man. Have unification, be under the Most High in Christ, and share the talents that we know with one another. Imagine where we'd be right now. We wouldn't be going to these other nations trying to get a job, being under their slavery. If we just did that to now, it ain't impossible to do. We got a lot of Negroes that ain't willing to do it. Because we got a lot of selfish Negroes in our communities that only worry about their own goddamn wealth and how they gonna survive. We hear a lot of Negroes on say, well, I had to get it on my own. You got to get it on your own, because they don't have no unification. They don't give a damn about brotherhood and sisterhood when they still getting crumbs from the goddamn YT man. Like, they not looking to take that and come together as a nation for all our people to get it together. You got it.
And so, like I said, what you said about the crumbs is heavy. Remember when the Syrophoenician woman told Christ, she said even the dogs should get the crumbs from the children's table. All right. And that's what we have settled for right now in America. That's what we settled for in this land of our captivity. We settled for the crumbs off of their table. And they're the dogs. Right. We're the children getting crumbs off the dog's table. Imagine that. If you got a dog, just imagine you getting Kibbles bitch crumbs off of his bowl. That's what we getting right now in this land.
It's like I was just gonna say, Mike Epps described them crumbs.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You remember, I think that was Mike Epps.
What Commander Junior Hunter played?
Man,
the
video described what them crumbs look like. You can be able to identify the nigga with the crumbs. Man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's keep going, y'all. You had something else out of one?
I was gonna say, and they the ravaged dog, they the savage dogs, and they treat us to be tame dogs.
Right.
You got it.
So we the wetbacks and savages, though, according to them. Right. Go ahead, Yaquan.
Come. Who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathens, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
Keep going.
And made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief.
Keep going.
Now, when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have two dominions dominion of two realms.
So he wanted more than what he had. Again, it's the common YT man. That's what they want. These Grecians, they're no different than the Donald Trumps, the Elon Musk, the Jeffrey Epstein. They're no different from the Vladimir Putins. They're no different from them. They want more than what they have. So therefore, they do what they do best: kill, steal, and destroy. Keep going.
Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen and a great navy, and made
Now remember,
Salakia.
My bad. So, okay, go ahead and read 18 because I'm gonna say something about that one.
And made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. But Ptolemy was afraid of him and fled, and many were wounded to death.
Now, just like what he said, Antiochus knew that Egypt belonged to Ptolemy. He knew that that was one of the 4 generals that Alexander left. He left Egypt to Ptolemy. That was his part. That was his portion. But he didn't have enough. What Antiochus had, it wasn't enough for him. So he took it upon himself. I'm going to go take what he got. I want what he got. So he went to Egypt to take what Ptolemy had. And lo and behold, Ptolemy was a coward. And he fled and left Egypt, left his land, and just let Antiochus take it. Keep going.
Come. Thus they got the strong cities in the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils thereof. And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt. He returned again to the 140 and 33rd year, Salakia. Let me scroll down. And went up against Israel and Jerusalem with the great multitude, and entered proudly into the sanctuary, and took away the golden altar and the candlestick of light.
He entered how, y'all going on?
He entered proudly into the sanctuary.
The pride of these dragons and these devils. The pride of them. Well, we got a prideful so-called president right now. Right. Prideful. He's trying to take every bit of oil, and he is blatant about it. I don't want to get on Donald Trump completely, but he open about what he wants, and he just gonna take it. He don't give a damn how no judge feel, no federal government, nobody. Just like Antiochus. Antiochus' pride allowed him to go take what he wanted, and then go up in the house of the Most High God, full of pride. You go into the temple of Jerusalem, and you know that this is the place of the power of Israel. But through your pride, you're gonna go up in there and ransack it and take all the gold and all the silver and everything that you want, because that's what you do. You rape, steal, kill, and destroy. Go ahead.
And the candlestick of light, and all the vessels thereof, and the table of the showbread, and the pouring vessels, and the vials, and the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crowns, and the gold ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled off. He took also silver and the gold, and the precious vessels. Also he took hidden treasures which he found. Let me scroll down.
No sweat.
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly. Therefore, there was great mourning in Israel, in every place where they were, so that the princes and the elders mourned, the virgins and the young men were made feeble, and the beauty of the women were changed.
It was changed because it was no longer a happy time in Jerusalem or in the nation of Israel. You were now, your city was ransacked. All of the precious things that the Lord allowed us to have under the rulership of King David, all of it, and all of the stuff that we had. I think Solomon was the ruler before this happened, before the captivity. Is that right? You saw it. Solomon saw the temple and stuff. That was the temple that Solomon had built, correct?
Yeah, Solomon had built the temple. But then after, so whenever we went into captivity, that was after Rehoboam, though.
Okay, con. So they just took it upon themselves to take all of the riches of Israel that we had and that the Lord had allowed us to gather. And now the people are mourning now. But remember, those a lot of those same Israelites were the ones that wanted to do the things of the heathens. You wanted to live the ways of the same captors and destroyers that that took your stuff.
If I could,
Come on, sir.
like, I feel like this is the problem, right? Because I know this is the problem today. We look at the heathens and what they do, and we feel like, well, they getting away with it, we can get away with it.
Right.
You understand?
Man.
If I could, you grab that scripture where it say, because you are my people, I will punish you for your sins,
for your iniquities.
You know, like the Lord, like we look at what they get away with, right? And we look at how they conduct themselves in the earth, and we take on their characteristics as if we're going to get the same reward that they're going to get. You understand? When the Lord said He's going to give it all to us,
right?
If we just follow Him, that's all we got to do. We ain't got to do nothing special. We ain't got to do nothing extraordinary. We ain't got to build some weapon of mass destruction,
right?
Like they got to build some weapon of mass destruction. Our weapon of mass destruction is the Most High God.
That's right.
That's the God that flooded the earth. You understand? The God that opened up the earth and swallowed up the people that, you know what I'm saying, was worshiping the golden cow. The God that parted the Red Sea and we walk across on dry land. You understand? And turn Egypt to what you see today. Like, how can you say the Bible is a fairy tale book, is not a real book? You understand? When you ain't never met a real Egyptian. You understand? Like, you ain't never seen a real Egyptian. What you see in Egypt is the same thing you see in, you know what I'm saying, America. You understand? Like, we have to take a closer look and examine what was done and where we went wrong and correct ourselves, man.
That's right.
And start to go do what's right and do thus saith the Lord. Read what you got.
Khan, the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this, the word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for
I will
all
punish
your...
I will punish who?
I will punish you for all your iniquities.
The Lord going to punish us for our iniquities, man. You can't go around and unalive, steal, and destroy and great.
That's right.
You can't do that, man. The Lord chose you to be a holy people, a special people unto Himself,
right?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. But you want to get down and you know what I'm saying, be on your belly like a snake. Like this man got to live his life like a snake and be on his belly, make treaties and break the damn treaties. You understand? Say, they got weapons of mass destruction, so we finna go over there and take their all. You understand? Like they got weapons of mass destruction, so we finna go over there and, you know what I'm saying, drill the ground and take anything that's worth anything and unalive anybody that tries to stop us. You understand? Like, we go after the ways of the heathen. We look at what somebody else got, and then now that's what you want to do. You look at what the heathen do, that's what you want to do. You understand? You look at what these rappers is talking about, that's what you want to rap about. That's right. When these are people that the heathens put in power. These are the people that the heathens said, okay, we want you to talk about this. We want you, because we are the people that unalive, that destroy, you understand, that steal, that do all of these things. We will give you money to make music about it, because that's the soundtrack to our life. That's the soundtrack to their life. Well, you hear these young rappers talking about fuck a nigga. Who you think feel like that? Who you think feel like that?
Right.
When you calling the black woman, that hoe, that bitch, you know what I'm saying, and making her an object of sex. Who you think feel like that? What you think we were during slavery? You understand? So that's why they put those people in power. And you know what you do? You go following after the heat. Got it. Somebody wanted to speak?
Hey, Hachaanaka. And I want to say, you know what I'm saying, how the heathens do, that's like a bipolar or something. Cause this how they do. Like, they could look at you and say, man, he got that gun. So if something happened and he come to war against me, he could try to hurt me. And then just from that thought, you will become his enemy. You don't have to do nothing to him. Because he think of the capabilities that you could do, all of a sudden you is an enemy.
Right.
And then that spirit get on our people. You can see somebody coming up in life, and because they doing good, you're like, man, this nigga must think he better than me. All of a sudden, he become your enemy over a thought. That's how our approach is. That's all I wanted to say.
That's that pride that we were just reading about. That's that pride. He want what you have, and every other nation. That's what our people need to understand. Every nation on the planet want what blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians have. The problem with that is you don't know what you have. That's right. That's the crazy part about it. You are the children of the Most High God. You are chosen above all people on the face of the earth. Right. And everybody want what you got. And you don't know what you have. So therefore you give it to any and everybody without any thought because you don't know. Yaquan, we're going to drop down to verse 41. What we skipping just a portion. It continues to talk about Antiochus, his wickedness throughout Jerusalem and the stuff that he did. I want to kind of get to the meat of the feast of dedication or Hachaanaka, more so on what happened, the ordinances that Antiochus put in place, and why things transpired the way that they transpired with the brothers that are coming up in chapter 2. Go ahead, Yaquan.
God, sir. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed, according to the commandment of the king.
Of course, they're going to agree. Keep going.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
There we go again.
And
why not? Let's do it.
Salaki.
No, my bad.
And sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judea, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and feast days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts.
Do all manner of things that keep the Most High God from being on our side. The heathens know. Remember in I think it was in it's in Second Maccabees when the Moabite told that king, if they don't serve their God, you can go up against them and take them over. But if they serve their God, stay clear. Don't bother with them because you're gonna be destroyed. The heathens know your God better than you.
If I could back up a little bit, y'all can want me go back to the part where it say the holy people.
Come.
Read that again. That was heavy.
Verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
You see that? You see that? They polluted the holy people, man. Meaning, and everybody ain't holy. Let's get that out the way.
Right.
Everybody ain't holy. You understand? According to the Bible, the holy people were from the 12 tribes of Israel, the Israelites. You understand? They polluted the holy people, man. And you are the holy people that are polluted. You are the ones that's polluted with their doctrines. You polluted, you know what I'm saying, with that image of Cedric Borgia, with a YT image of Christ. You polluted with Christianity. You polluted with Islam. You understand? A lot of you fake Israelites out here, you polluted as well. Captain Cesar, y'all just posted a video. It was, you know what I'm saying, like GMS should be burned at the stake.
Man,
you understand? And I'm not even gonna speak on, you know, what they were talking about, but like you the ones that's polluted, man. You understand? Which is why we're not affiliated with any other group. Which is why we can't come together with all these other groups, with all these different doctrines, and have a unity camp. We don't teach the same thing. Right? We don't teach that you can deal with a young girl at age 9 years old, 12 years old. We don't teach that. Right. We don't teach that, you know what I'm saying, the angels is on the dark side of the moon training for judgment. You understand? Like we don't teach that. We don't teach that women can't wear pants. Those are women pants.
Right.
That pertain to a woman.
Right.
We don't teach things that are not in the Bible.
I had to just say that because it's crazy, man. I've been in the truth almost 8 years now. And I had to tell somebody that the other day about a post that I posted that a woman can wear pants. Oh, what is she doing? First, sis, what is you doing with pants on? And it's just like you get exhausted with the fact that you gotta explain
milk.
Right. And I had to simply just ask her, who do they pertain to? Are those pants that man's supposed to wear? No, them women joggers, them women pants she got on. I can't wear apple bottoms.
Right.
If I could.
I don't want to real say you bet not.
Right. I would never. But that's the crazy part about it. Like,
if I could,
come on, sir.
It could be a jacket.
Man.
It could be a shirt. If it's a female jacket, I can't wear it.
That's right.
If it's a female shirt, I can't wear it. Men can't wear high heels.
Facts.
Men can't wear fingernail polish.
Shouldn't.
Eyelashes.
Shouldn't. Shouldn't. I say shouldn't. Because these niggas like Kurt Franklin and all the other, these niggas put on Prince. These niggas put on heels.
That nigga got a blouse.
Man, that
nigga got a blouse on.
Brother.
It's so,
brother, you shouldn't be using that pen. What they did, you shouldn't be using mascara, brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's for a woman.
Man.
It's like it. A nigga as black as Tyrese shouldn't be calling for makeup.
Man, good night.
God damn.
Go ahead, Yakawan. Salaki. Oh, that was awesome. Motorbot. Salaki.
And we damn sure don't teach that the marriage bed undefiled mean you can get paid.
Man,
good night.
Jeez, that's absolutely unaffiliated. That's why it's very important that what we read and what you'll see with the brothers that's coming up in chapter 2, man, the way that they separated themselves from the rest of Israel. That was not of the Lord, that was not keeping the laws of the Lord, that weren't doing the things that of the Most High God, you'll understand the same mentality that the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana has. We don't want to affiliate ourselves with everybody else who is not doing those things that are thus saith the Lord. Because those things get you in situations like these brothers and sisters that are now mourning because they took on the customs of the heathens. Now you have to suffer the punishment of the Most High God.
Right.
See, that's why we don't affiliate ourselves with nobody. And I thank the Most High in Christ that the Most High put us here so we don't have to be affiliated with anybody else, because all the hell that they going through right now. Just look at that. The same situation again. All the hell that these other fake Israelite groups, Muslims, Christians, all of these outsiders are going through right now because of what they do and what we do that's different.
Right.
Go ahead, Yaquan. Oh, Salaki, go ahead.
Like it, sir. Real quick, I got the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. If I can read it real quick. It says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man."
The what?
That which pertaineth unto a man.
That is what?
That which pertaineth to a man.
It's so simple. It's so simple, Isaiah, what you just read.
If I could, real quick.
Come on, sir.
You women out there living alternative lifestyles, and you brothers out there that's having your women put on a male's body part. A woman shouldn't do what?
Shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
You ain't supposed to be wearing that rug. You understand? That's biblical.
Good.
You understand?
They be walking around with it. They don't just wear it in the bedroom. They walk around with it.
Good night.
Wow.
Good night.
Neither, if I may, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. Now, if I could, that didn't say that a woman can't wear pants.
Yeah, I ain't hear pants no
At
more.
all.
Did y'all see pants in that scripture?
No.
I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
It just say long.
You're adding that. You're
Right.
adding pants into the scripture. It just says that which pertains to a man. Why? Because a man can wear pants that are feminine. A woman could wear pants that are masculine. You understand? A woman could wear a rod. That pertains to a man. You understand? You just you don't understand the Bible. So like, yeah.
Be very careful how you said that, because could, you're absolutely right. Shouldn't. Right. You're absolutely right. But how you said, you was like, could, well, could, no. We do not condone that they could wear nothing. Right. I'm just helping my brother out, because the way it came across, he was like, a man could wear feminine pants. Not in ISUPK, goddamn it.
Yeah, right. Not according to the Bible.
Not according to the Lord. That's right.
If I could add, it didn't say it was a sin.
Wait.
The Bible said it was abominable.
Oh, okay. Come on.
Big up for some goddamn girl pants.
Gotta make sure he won't.
Yeah, man. Hey, I know my niggas on this shit, but I was just saying, the way they were saying it, we have to make sure the audience understand. Most I cry, one guy.
You know what it remind me of?
What that, sir?
Like I say, like the scripture was saying about how they defiled us, how they defiled the people. They defiled us with this, man.
Right.
It made you think it's okay.
It dropped.
Is it warm enough? And see what you want to drink.
I'm good.
They should be back up.
Thanks.
Okay, we back. So like it was the camera had went out for a second.
No sweat. Just like on that movie, Ride Along, when Kevin Hart was saying, he was asking his wife, "Where's his thongs?" And she was like, "Check my thong drawer."
Good night.
Like,
yeah, you talking about Kevin Hart?
Yeah, like certain things, it ain't funny, but these are the people that are in place to poison your mind. Just
right.
Like you ain't supposed to wear a woman's garment.
Hey, Salakia.
Indians that wear dresses, you got it out of one.
I think all thongs should belong to women. That's just me. Hey, no man should be putting on no thong. I don't give a damn if they say, hey, these man thongs or not. Hey, that's for women. Get that to the women.
Right,
niggas start wearing tighty whities because they're too similar to panties.
God.
Good night.
Yeah.
You better not, brother. You better not be wearing no damn tighty whities out there, bro.
Right.
So that is a very Edomite thing to do.
Right.
That is after the ways of the heathen.
It ain't coming on at all.
You understand?
Yeah, so that means brothers stay out of jail because you ain't getting no boxes while you.
Con, sir, but once they come on, it should come on and then hit live screen. And I plug it on this end. All right, con, we'll just keep going. All right, Salaki, Yakawan. I know you over there knocking that cabbage in that I know you're getting it in over there, both sides crying. Only gonna be computer thing.
Go ahead, your side.
Oh yeah, no one to read this precept dealing with this is something else a woman can't wear. Exodus 29:6. And thou shalt put the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre. This is something here where we got on our head. A woman can't wear that. Right. Even if they was to try to change it to a pink one. A mitre, that is made for the priests of the Lord. Right. And there's certain things a woman cannot wear. That's all I wanted to say.
Come on.
Like we ain't never seen nobody and when whoever went to church, I know you ain't never go to church and see no brothers in there with them big ass hats on that them sisters be wearing.
Right. And if you do, you need to point them out.
I'm not even gonna go into that video I seen about that pastor that he asked anybody was gay in there.
Oh yeah, I watched that show, man.
He told him, we just need to be honest with him.
Yeah, and tell him to
get the fuck out. And he said, brother Carl, oh yeah, you a super. What did he say? You're a super duper. You're super duper gay. He said you're old school gay.
Hey, did you peep? Did you peep how one dude stood up next to his girl?
Oh
she looked at him like, what?
Yeah, she in the closet, but boy, pastor told every last one, we got to be honest.
Get him out.
Just get out. Get the fuck out. All of you.
Fuck out.
Yeah, that's how we have to treat these other nations, man, and treat brothers and sisters that are out here in the world that want to join with them, man, and not be separate like the Lord has called us to be, man. We're gonna have to.
If I could,
hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. Well, we're gonna have to do Yakawam Salaka. We're gonna have to skip. Let's go ahead and go to chapter 2 because we need to get into Mattathias and his sons. Because we're a little pressed more for time now. We need to go into more of the story and the reason that we observe the Hachaanaka and the Feast of Dedication. I thought is what you gonna say on the on Hachaanaka or dedication? Are we
going to the pro?
You said La?
Okay.
All right. We're gonna try to move forward for time's sake because we got about 30-40 minutes remaining and we need to get to it. We got a couple more chapters that we're gonna have to skim through. If you start at verse 1 on chapter 2, Baba Kasha.
Come. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Ira from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons, Ionan, called Cadus, Simon, called Thasi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar, called Iran, and Jonathan, whose name was Salaki. Let me scroll down. Aphus. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there when it was delivered into the hand when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers.
And if y'all understand the scripture, the Bible always say that the Most High God kept a remnant of his people that will serve him. Mattathias is part of that remnant in this era or this dispensation of time. Mattathias and his sons were that part of that remnant because you see the disdain or dislike that Mattathias has because of the misery of our people, because he see the downtrodden of the people and of the city, the holy city of the Most High God and of the temple. He's seeing these things, and it is hurtful to him. When you have men of the Most High God that actually see the atrocities of our people and hurt, you know that those are real men of the Lord, men that that not only see it and understand and hurt from it, but take action to fix it. Mattathias and his sons are those men in that dispensation of time. Commanding General Yohana and the ISUPK are those men in this dispensation of time.
Damn right.
Keep going.
Verse 8. Her temple is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy.
And let me say this, that we didn't read this part, but in First Maccabees chapter 1, Y'all, we didn't even read the part of how Antiochus had infants hanging. They hung infants in the streets.
Right.
Now, I need y'all to understand that for a minute. We're not talking about teenagers, college students being hung on college campuses that we see now. We're talking about infant babies being hung in the streets. They hung Israelite blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian babies in the street. Infants. We're talking about under 1 year old. A 1 year old is a toddler, right? Under 1 year old were being hung by the neck until death by Antiochus in the street. This is what Mattathias and his sons had to witness. Now you have to think about that for a moment. The seriousness of what they're actually going through. We see teenagers being hung, young men and adults being hung. We're talking about infant babies under 1 year old being hung in the streets because their parents wanted to serve God. You have to think about that. And you have to think about what you're doing right now in the ISUPK. You want to serve the Lord. You have to understand the pain or what is the word I'm looking for? What comes with that? What you have to be able to be burdened with or to be able to hold on your shoulders. Yeah, you understand that. In Second Maccabees, there was a mother in, I think it's chapter 7, that had to watch all 7 of her sons be skinned alive, boiled in pots, murdered, fingernails cut off, poured off one by one. I'm talking about complete torture because they wanted to serve the Most High God.
If I could,
come on, sir.
To be more specific, they didn't want to eat pork.
That's it.
They didn't want to eat pork, which shows you, right, that the law about eating pork, that's a serious law.
Man.
The dietary law is a serious law. You understand? And we kept that law. Those brothers, those 7 brothers was unalive because they didn't want to go against the Most High God by eating pork.
Right.
You understand?
They simply didn't want to follow the ordinances of the king. Right. Same thing that Mattathias and his sons are going through right there in Jerusalem, in Judah, because of the fact that is a king, that is a heathen, that's ruling over our people, and he wants them to forsake our God. He wants them to go against our God and do the things that heathens do, because heathens are no people. They have no gods. Their gods are idols that are dumb, that can't talk, can't speak, can't hear, can't listen. Somebody, Salaki, so you was in somebody saying something?
No, Salaki, if I could.
Go ahead, Isaac.
You understand what he said, what the scripture said about, them young men, you know what I mean, and those babies, you know what I'm saying? Think about what you're doing right now in that abortion clinic.
Oui.
Man, like you are living in the Maccabees and you don't even know it. Your babies now, they're not, okay, it might not be getting hung from a tree or nothing like that. But your babies are being taken right out the womb. They don't even get to see a rope.
Right.
They don't get to see a tree. They're getting pulled right from between your legs.
They're getting hung by some tongues that's going between your box and being stripped apart and ripped apart out of the inside of you. Do y'all sisters not understand the diabolical portion of an abortion? Think about this. You are doing the exact same thing that our oppressors did to us in slavery, except the fact that they give you, they go in between your legs now and go up in you. Back then, they just cut you slap down the middle and snatched the baby out, ripped it apart, fed it to alligators and all that. No anesthesia. You're doing them a favor now. Now you're voluntarily allowing them to do the same thing to you. That is the mentality of our people, how we need to stop and think about what we're doing. We need to stop and think about the ways that we are allowing the heathen to do us the same way that they have done us in the past. But you're so numb and dumb to it now that it's okay to you because it fits your agenda. It fits your lust. It allows you to continue to do the ways of the heathen. It allows you to disobey the Most High God. So therefore, it's easier for you to do because your lusts are involved, the things that you want, but the things that disobey the Most High God. Think about that.
And if I could, on top of that, you know what I'm saying, and when it talks about her infants slain in the streets, you know what I'm saying, with the sword of the enemy, you understand? Like, You gotta think this is diabolical. Who created those? Who created the guns? Where them guns coming from in the streets? You understand? Those are the enemy's weapons. They use them against us, and we use them against us.
Right.
And they're his weapons. They're his sword. The Bible says that Esau was blessed with the sword. Why you think he got all these different? They thinking of new ways to unalive people every day. I've seen so many videos. They got 3D guns, 3D printed guns. They got catapults. They just. I seen some video. They dude had something made out of wood. I didn't know what it was. Something made out of wood, and it had something on fire at the bottom of it. And when he let that shit fall to the floor. Excuse my language. It flicked something way up in the sky, a fireball way up in the sky, hundreds of feet, like thousands of feet away.
I seen it. It was a catapult. He created
a catapult.
Modern-day catapult. He set it on fire, and it was a small unit too.
Yeah, handheld.
A nice size fireball out of it, and all because you couldn't tell what it was. But that what ISIS are saying is so heavy because they are always thinking of ways to unalive. That is their mentality. That is their ideology. That is their way of life. That is what they have been blessed with, is how to unalive you. The Bible calls us the prey to our oppressors.
Right.
We're hunted in the street by them because we're their prey. We have become prey to a no people, to a people that are just war, that has war in their heart at all times.
If I could.
So like,
not only unalive us, unalive the animals, unalive the ozone layer, unalive the quality of the water.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Unalive the fish in the sea, the damn
unalive themselves.
Good night.
Their own people. Their own people. Y'all think Donald Trump gave a damn about the government shutdown? That he knows that YT people are the number one people on food stamps. You think he gave a damn about them not getting their stamps? No. He don't care about his own people. They care about themselves. And that's the same thing Antiochus cared about. Go ahead, Isaiah.
They unalive themselves like their own people, and they unalive themselves. Self-annihilation. You know what I'm saying? These people are self-annihilation. They are the number one people for self-annihilation.
Man.
If you don't believe me, look it up.
It's crazy.
And that's what we got to rule over.
Man.
It's like I wanted to add, man.
If you could.
He
wants to go. We need to go back. We need to get back to the scriptures again. Slaka, Rawan.
No sweat.
You pick up where we left off, Yaquan Baba Shah.
Gonna come. Verse 10. What nation has not had a part in her kingdom and gotten her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste. And the Gentiles have profaned it.
Who did?
The Gentiles have profaned it.
Go ahead.
To what end thereof shall we live any longer? Then Mattathias, Salakia, go ahead,
I was just going to say, this is what Mattathias is thinking. He is looking at the things that's going on with our people, and this is what he's thinking. This is what he's saying. How long are we gonna allow this to go on? We're supposed to be servants of the Most High God. Now remember, Mattathias them is of the priesthood, so they're Levites. These Levites, these y'all have to remember, bro. I was just going to say, bro, them priests, the Levites back then, they're not like the Levites that's outside of the ISUPK. And the reason I say that, because priests like Yatazar and Sharatazar, those brothers are dangerous. Them brothers dangerous. These dangerous brothers. Mattathias them were Levites that were on something different. They were on the business of the Lord. That's right. They were not about that. I'm just gonna watch this baby get unalive, or I'm gonna watch my people get trodden down. He wasn't on that. He was on. We got to get the business. Something got to be done because our people. This ain't how it's supposed to be.
If I could,
concept
like on the point of these are rough cats. Like even today, I saw a video where two Levite brothers had a machete fight.
Oh, we.
One lost his arm.
The brother chopped the brother hand clean off, and the brother didn't cry out or nothing. The brother picked his hand up and tucked it under his arm and walked off like it's just a normal day. Like the brother hacked his hand clean off. They got through hacking each other. Brother picked his hand up, put it on it.
What?
Talk some more shit and walked off. I'm like, man, them niggas different. Them niggas different.
Good
you know
night.
Like we have a fight. You see somebody get hit with a stick or a pole or a bat or something. Like Levi different, man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Yakawan. Good night.
Oh, come. Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city molding to make them sacrifice. And when so
now these heathens, the officers of that king, they coming to make Mattathias in the city that Mattathias in, the people in that city, now they're coming to make them follow the king's ordinances, to bow down and put away the laws of the Lord and do what they want to do in the ways of the heathen. Go ahead.
And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said unto Mattathias on this wise, Thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Now therefore come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done, ye and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem, so shalt thou and thine house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards.
And see, that's how they get you right there. The Bible say that a gift destroys the heart. This is what he's buttering him up. The Bible also say that his words are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. War is in his heart. See, they want Mattathias and his son. He tell him, oh, you're an honorable man, and everybody look up to you, and you and your sons y'all are great, and we'll give you gold and silver. You just got to forsake what your forefathers taught you. You got to stop being who you are. You need to be like us, like everybody else. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, real quick, and I'll be quick about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they have the Christian church for.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. That's their officers. Go ahead, Yakawan.
Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall everyone from the religion of their fathers, and give away.
Salaki, and fall away.
And fall everyone from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to the commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
That's right.
God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left.
We're not going to do it no matter how you put it. No matter if you say on this side you'll give us this, or on that side you'll give us this. We don't give a damn what you're going to give us. We're not going to forsake our God. We're not going to listen to the words of your king or whoever so-called is the king. We're not going to listen to what Donald Trump say, and we're not going to be happy that fishermen are getting bombed in the ocean because you say that they are bringing dope into America. We're not going to be happy with that. We're not going to be happy that you're going over and trying to take over Venezuela because you want their oil. We're not going to be a part of that. We don't want no part of that. We're going to stand with our brothers and sisters as the way that the Most High God has said. Go ahead.
Now, when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice to the altar, on the altar, Salaki, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which thing, when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. Also the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down.
Now to go ahead, read the next verse.
Thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas did.
Does he what?
He dealt zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas did, unto Zambri the son of Salom.
I think Phineas was his dad. Phineas is Mattathias' father. So it said that he dealt zealously about the law of the Most High God. That it inflamed or infuriated Mattathias to see one of his brothers come up on this altar and finna sacrifice a swine or to make the altar of the Most High God abominable. And he unalived that brother right there, and the officer that came to enforce the king's ordinances, he unalived both of them right there at that spot, because that's how zealous he was about the Most High God. That's how zealous he was about what the Lord commanded us to do, and not what a king told him to do. Our king is Yahweh Shai, and the only king that we listen to is Yahweh Shai right now in this time. In that time, Mattathias knew that the only power or the only rulership that he had to listen to was that of the law of the Most High God. And that's what he was going to stand by. All right, we need to drop. Salaki, you had something?
Oh no, I just wanted to say, I think Phineas was he was talking about the one that killed, that unallowed the brother that was sleeping with the Moabite woman in the camp. Phineas, that was the one that the Phineas came in and unallowed the brother and the Moab chick that were having sex in the tent.
Yeah, but Phineas he's either Mattathias' father or grandfather. Mattathias come from the lineage of Phineas. It says it in, I think it's in chapter 3 or 4. It's in one of them. We probably not going to be able to read it. Yeah, Khan. But it's in chapter 2, verse 54. I see it. Phineas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. So he was Mattathias' father. But you absolutely right. That's exactly what, and that's, you can see the zealousness or the zeal that Mattathias got from his father when it come to doing the Lord's business.
If I could, that remind me of families that you see in the hood today. You know what I'm saying? Like certain families in the hood, their family is known for being about, you know what I'm saying, laying down law.
Right.
Like you say their last name, everybody be like, oh yeah, they gonna fight. They gonna fight together. They gonna unalive. You know what I'm saying? I remember one was telling me about one brother and his sister, and you know what I'm saying. I'm like, good night. It's just some things it run in a family. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand how throughout the generations, because he taught him with such zeal that he turned out to be a real nigga as well. He turned out to be, you know what I'm saying, somebody that'll unalive you for doing unrighteousness as well. You understand? I just wanted to bring that point out.
Con. And y'all, Salakia, for time's sake, I know we jumped a little bit from chapter to chapter, but we have a short time remaining. In your own spare time, continue to read this story. Read chapter 2, the rest of chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. We're gonna go ahead and skip over to chapter 4, Yaquam. Let's go to First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 36, and we're gonna read through the remainder of that chapter. This is just to give you a quick synopsis of what happened through those other chapters and the rest of those books. Mattathias ended up passing away, but before he passed away, he blessed his sons and told each of his sons the role that he wanted them to play as far as to continue on the zealousness of following the laws of the Most High God and to take back what the heathens had taken. He made his son Judah, or Judas Maccabees. That's where Maccabees come from. Judas was his son. He saw that his son was a warrior, that he was a leader, and he made Judas the leader of the brothers. He made I don't remember the other one name. He made one of the sons like the wise one that they need to get counsel from, that they would go to talk and get understanding and stuff like that. So he divvied out the same way that we're supposed to do as fathers in Israel, is to bless our sons with different roles based on their characteristics and their behavior. That's why we name our sons how we name them, to give them the name. Shh, y'all keep it down. To give them names that fit the spirit that we see in them. So this is what Mattathias did to his son. So now Judas Maccabeus, or Judah, is the Judas, I like it. I'm just gonna say Maccabeus. He was the one that took over for his father in leading the brothers in revolting against the heathens and to restore the temple that had been destroyed and that was being used to sacrifice idols, swine, and do all manner of wickedness in the temple of the Most High God. Remember how he was zealous about killing that one of the other Israelites that was finished sacrifice abomination, and the officers that came to get them to do things that are against the Most High God. It continues on to where they continued to fight. The story gets better. Like I said, make sure you read the rest of chapter 2, chapter 3. It's really good, man. Israelites ended up getting unalived on the Sabbath because they would not fight. I'd be damned if oh man, good night.
You see that, and that's like these fake Israelites who, you know what I'm saying, won't cook on the Sabbath.
Man.
Who won't cook on the Sabbath because cook is considered work. Imagine getting unalive because you won't fight on the Sabbath because you feel like fight is work.
Man,
it's breaking the Sabbath.
Good night.
Good night. You swing on me on the Sabbath. You gonna get your ass whooped on the Sabbath.
On the Sabbath.
You understand? Straight up.
Good night. Damn that. And hey, at camp, you nigga have to fight. We have to be ready for war at camp every Sabbath. That's right. So it never fails. You always got somebody that want to come up against us because we understand this work. We understand what we have to go through. And Mattathias and his sons understood as well. So therefore, they fought zealously to take back what the Most High God had given unto us.
All right.
Go ahead in 36, Yaquan.
Come. Then said Judas and his brethren, behold, our enemies are discomfited. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary. Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up unto Mount Zion. And when they saw the sanctuary desolate and the altar profaned and the gates burnt up and shrubs growing in the courts as in the forest or in one of the mountains, yea, and the priest's chambers pulled down, they rent their clothes and made great lamentation and cast ashes upon their heads and fell down flat to the ground upon their faces and blew an arm with the trumpets, Salaki, and cried towards heaven. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary. So he chose priests of blameless conversation, who had pleasure in the law, who cleansed the sanctuary and bear out the defiled stones unto an unclean place. And when they consulted what to do with the altar of the burnt offerings, which was profane, they thought it best to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it, wherefore they pulled it down and laid upon the stones in the mountain of the temple in the convenient place until there should come a prophet to show what should be done with them.
So this is what they were doing. They went up to the temple that had been defiled, had been desolate. Desolate means empty. It had weeds and everything growing. The altar was abominable because it had swine and stuff had been sacrificed on it. They saw all these things. They tore down the altar and they went out and wait for a prophet to come tell them what was next or what the Lord wanted them to do in order to restore the temple. Go ahead.
And upon the altar they burnt incense, and the lamps that were upon the candlesticks they lighted, that they might give light to the temple. Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table and spread out the veils and finished all the works which they had begun to make. Now on the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called the month of Calceel, in the 140th year, they rose up betimes in the morning and offered betimes
early or before usual,
and offered sacrifice according to the law upon the altar of burnt offerings which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated with songs and cisterns and harps and cymbals. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them good success. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offered offerings with gladness and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise.
This is why we celebrate or why we observe the Feast of Dedication or Hachaanaka. For 8 days, we are to observe and to celebrate Hachaanaka or the Feast of Dedication. This is why we do it right here, because our temple was dedicated back to us. These valiant brothers risked their lives to take back what the Most High had given us, had given his people, and this is why we observe it, to honor their diligence, their valiant efforts, and their ability and their zeal to do what thus saith the Lord.
All right. Clap it up, man.
Okay, we can finish that out, Yaquam. We got come on.
Come. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offered burnt offerings with gladness and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. And Salaki, I don't want, if I could say one thing.
Get down.
This verse 56 is so heavy because we know that Paul told us over there in 1 Corinthians, I think it's 10 and 20, that our people had began to offer sacrifices unto devils. You understand? Because we were following the ways of the heathen and calling ourselves Greeks.
Right.
Because it was unlawful to be Jews, like we learned here today. And right here it says, we sacrifice the sacrifice of deliverance and praise, not sacrificing to anything that would deceive us or anything that would take us away from our God, but knowing that our God would deliver us and that we would stay within the laws, statutes, commandments, and in the will of our God, forsaking the whole earth in every way that they live, in everything that they do.
Damn right. Get out of hand. And say on what you said was so heavy too. And Mattathias, Judas Maccabeus, they were an example of that. They had just went up against the king. They went up against the king, all the heathens, and even their own people to serve the Lord. That's why that deliverance and that sacrifice for deliverance and praise meant so much, because the Lord showed them that he delivered them out of their hand. That's right. And gave back the temple. Excellent point, Yaquam.
Most High in Christ, sir. Verse 57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed and hanged doors upon them. Salaka, let me scroll down. They said them shields.
All right.
Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. Moreover, Judas.
So, like, remember when they were sorrowful? Remember when the face of a beautiful woman had changed? Remember when the whole Israel, Jerusalem, was sad and sorrowful and mourning, now they're rejoicing. It's what the Bible say, the peace that passeth all understanding. You'll get that when you serve the Lord. When you serve the Most High God, there is a real peace that you have. See, these men that's on the stage that you see, or the TikTok that y'all see that's on the stage, these are free men. And not just men. If I turn the camera around, you'll see there are free women that are out here. There are free children that are out here because they serve the Lord now. And they're free, and they're free from the burden of the sorrows of having to worry about an oppressor that takes from them and takes from them. Not to say we don't deal with that, but we're free from it because we understand that the Most High God that we serve, the law, statutes, and commandments that we keep, we're safe under that. There is safety and refuge under that. The same thing that Judas Maccabeus and his brothers and the other Israelites that are with him, they understood that. So that deliverance and praise that they gave, it allowed them to rejoice because now they understand, and all the rest of Israel understood that you serve the Most High God and he'll deliver you.
Right.
You got it, Yaquan.
Verse 59. Moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their seasons from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 25th day of the month of Caslu, with mirth and gladness. At that time also they builded up the Mount Zion with high walls and strong towers round about, lest the Gentiles should come and tread it down as they had done before. Verse 61, and they set there a garrison to keep it, and fortified Bethsura to preserve it, that the people might have a defense against Idumea.
Idumea. You know where Idumea is, and who dwelled in Idumea back then?
Yeah, right.
The same people that dwelled that were Grecians, well, not Grecians. The same people that were Greece, the same people that were Alexander, the same people that were Ptolemy, the same people that were Antiochus, the same people that were Seleucus, the same people that were Cassander, the same people that Donald Trump, the same people that Vladimir Putin, the same people that Zelensky, the same people. Idumea, these Edomites, the YT people, the same heathens that are out here trying to take your life.
Right.
The same people. And we have just like they created or set up a garrison, the ISUPK is that garrison.
That's right.
Damn right.
The ISUPK is that garrison that keeps blacks, Hispanics, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians safe.
That's right.
In here, you're safe. This is the garrison. This is the refuge from all of the Idumeanites, or however, all of those from Idumea, all the Edomites, all of the YT people, all of the heathens. This is the place of refuge for that. Anybody else had anything else they wanted to say or bring up?
I'm too wild.
Oh, Samara Boss, Salagi, sir.
The YT man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right. Damn right. Gotta hit. That's right.
Hey, and he stank too.
Good night, man. Hey, so the water for everybody that tuned in, man, whether you be on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, this is ISUPK Louisiana. This is the Feast of Dedication or Hachaanaka. Man, get in class, man. Pay your tithes.
Follow.
Damn right. Follow, subscribe. Watch what we every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday twice. On Saturday we have Sabbath class. On Saturday night we have the podcast. Y'all tune in, man. ISUPK Louisiana. We are consistently and continually putting this truth out for our people, for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Again, Brotherhood class Tuesday night, 7 p.m., held by Officer Yakawam. Wednesday night, the law class held by Officer Yasad. Friday night, the Lashawan Kadash, or the Hebrew class, held by Officer Rawam. Saturday afternoon, the Sabbath class held by myself, Officer Kawan. And again, our podcast on Saturday night, y'all tune in. We're bringing out the truth and the news and the things that's going on in the earth. Y'all know how we do, man. This is the ISUPK Louisiana. And with that, we say shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
Boom, Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.